This is the 2014 Chevy Corvette C7 Stingray convertible. Now, most vehicles that have a convertible and coupe counterpart start off as coupes, and then the convertible part is engineered later, and the results are not always great. In the case of the C7 Stingray, it started off as a convertible, and then they engineered the coupe part. The result is you get the exact same performance that you do from the coupe in this convertible. Same weight, about 3,300 pounds, same horsepower, same driving dynamics, and that is rare in this business. Designing the next generation Corvette is never easy, especially when you're designing the convertible part of it. So what we were told is that this particular piece was very important, this rear deck lid. As you can see, you have the same tapered lines that you do with the coupe or the hatchback version of the Corvette. And that was very important to them. They wanted to make sure that everything was the same, really from this door moving forward, but coming back to the tail, they obviously had to make room for the convertible top. And the way they did that was by tapering this and making a top that goes down or up in just 20 seconds. There's so much technology going on with the C7 convertible, starting with the carbon fiber hood that helps to save around 11 pounds. Doesn't sound like much, but overall they saved several hundred pounds from the outgoing model with little design cues like that. So what we have is a 6.2 liter V8 engine producing 460 horsepower and 465 pound-feet of torque. That helps propel the C7 convertible to 60 miles an hour in just 3.8 seconds. It's made it to a 6-speed automatic or a 7-speed manual. Now what's neat about this vehicle is it also gets 29 miles to the gallon on the highway. That's right, sub 4 seconds to 60 and 29 miles to the gallon. The reason it does that is because it uses cylinder deactivation, cutting the 6.2 liter V8 down to a 3.1 liter V4. Chevrolet aimed for the best when it came to the interior, and as a result, they have a world-class interior. The steering wheel, for example, is a 360 millimeter diameter steering wheel, which makes the car feel smaller. There's an Alcantara option, which is very worthwhile. The seats have also been dramatically improved. You have magnesium, premium foam, and good lateral support. There are two different seat options, Touring and Sport. Overall, the interior is very cockpit-oriented, like the new Jaguar F-Type. There's a distinct separation between the driver's side and the passenger side. One of the things that they've done is basically force the passenger to stay on their side with the climate control located just beneath the right side vent. Past Corvette convertibles were nicknamed Boulevard Cruisers because they just didn't have the driving dynamics of their coupe counterparts and certainly didn't have the driving dynamics of some of the best convertibles from Europe like the Porsche 911. Now with the C7, they hope to change all that, and it all starts with this drive mode selector. You have 5 modes to select from, starting with weather for maximum traction, eco, which will maximize fuel economy, and then you have sport, touring, and track. And believe me, when you're in track mode, you notice a huge difference from, let's say, eco mode. And that's because the steering input is different, the throttle input is different, the whole vehicle behaves differently. This is truly a track car, and I'd like to think one of the first Corvettes that's track-worthy right off the bat. You don't have to go up to a ZR1. You can take this base vehicle right here, and with 0 to 60 numbers and top speed numbers, it's no slouch. So these canyon roads, this is what the C7 was made for. It just handles so much better than the outgoing model. This vehicle was designed from the ground up to be a performer, and once you get behind the wheel, you know that. I mean, if you can't feel what the passion that was put into this vehicle, then you don't know what a sports car is. You feel that when you drive a Porsche, and I never felt that in previous generation Corvettes, but I feel it now in this one. One of the big complaints about outgoing Corvette models was that they were kind of soft, they were floppy, the seats weren't supportive. I mean, the cars performed 0 to 60 straight line, but it was on roads like this where the outgoing model kind of showed its inferiority to some of the best from Europe, but that is no longer the case. This is truly the no compromise Corvette. So there you have it, the 2014 Chevrolet Corvette C7 Stingray convertible. It's great to see that American sports cars are back on top. I challenge anyone to find a better value for $56,000, all the power under the hood, and the great driving dynamics and the fit and finish that you would expect from vehicles costing twice as much.